Hey there guys, Jordan here, back with another reaction video, and it's going to be another death battle. And this death battle is going to be Gojo versus Makima, Jujutsu Kaisen versus Chainsaw Man. Now, I haven't gotten caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen, and I never even started watching Chainsaw Man, but I suppose it could give me an opportunity to learn more about these two, and at least know more about one of them. So the battle between two monster hunting warriors, I believe. So, and considering that we're in the month of Halloween, so it's probably gonna be horror themed, although maybe the next one might be, but it's interesting to take a look at how it turns out. And so let's do just that. Alright, and let's begin.
Battle-Gojo, Jujutsu Kaisen Sorcerer Sensei.
Makima, Chainsaw Man's head of Tokyo Public Safety.
These two paranormal mentors are so strong that they change the very worlds they exist in.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, first up, Gojo.
Japan, December 7th, 1989. Satoru Gojo was born, and the world changed.
And in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, invisible, cursed spirits born from negativity threaten humanity.
So it's up to the Jujutsu sorcerers to do battle with them.
And what better way to learn the trade than to sign up for Tokyo Jujutsu High?
At this institution, a sorcerer will learn to harness their cursed energy, or the spiritual manifestation of intense emotion.
It's like me, but if Key desperately needed therapy.
Oh man.
Use their physicality and perform devastating curse techniques. Anything from voodoo dolls to swapping places with mere claps.
And lucky for humanity.
Alright, background. Age 29. Height 6'3", 190 centimeters. Strongest modern special grade Jujutsu sorcerer. Teacher at Tokyo Jujutsu High. Likes Geto, his students, Digimon. Dislikes Kenjaku, alcohol, higher ups. Among Us. Nice try, but that's not enough. Really? So, Gojo had become a teacher at this Jujutsu High, and is also the strongest modern special grade Jujutsu sorcerer, and he's only 29. Wow. That's a very young age to be at the top of your game. But then again, there are other shonen franchises where teens are at that level. So, I guess it might be some way to spice up this franchise and make sure that much older people aren't the only ones who are at the top of their class. So it's nice to see that Gojo was able to get this spot.
Satoru Gojo's the best sensei a sorcerer could ask for.
Gojo isn't just the best, he's known as the strongest. His very birth forced the strength of curses to exponentially rise. Like witnessing a world record get broken, cursed society shifted to match the might of Gojo's presence.
Wow.
Gojo was the shit. He mastered the art of the Riz, the hoops, and the curse murdering, all alongside Suguru Geto, his sorcerer BFF.
Together, they planned on changing Jujutsu society for the better.
And if anyone could do it, Gojo could. Thanks to his bloodline, he got one of the most busted anime powers ever, Limitless.
Limitless grants Gojo a nigh-perfect defense by actualizing the very concept of infinity.
Really?
Infinite space around himself himself, stopping anything coming his way. The dude is literally untouchable.
That is absurd.
Limitless to automatically detect an object's mass and velocity. As the difference between himself and an object decreases, Limitless halves the object's velocity. It's like Zeno's paradox.
Think of it this way. If you're trying to get from point A to point B, first you gotta go halfway, then you gotta go another halfway, then another, and so on. With Limitless, you'll never arrive.
Then.
Just like my alimony payments.
Hence, infinity. Yeah, it might sound complicated, but it basically creates a spatial force field around Gojo at all times.
Techniques on this level would burn out other sorcerers in seconds. That's where Gojo's incredible 6 eyes come in. They let him see and near perfectly control cursed energy at the atomic level. So he'll basically never run out of juice in a fight. He isn't just built different, he was born different.
6 eyes and Limitless gave Gojo...
Alright. Cursed energy, innate techniques, Limitless, brings forth a concept of infinity, grants levitation and teleportation. 6 eyes, enhanced cursed energy sensing and analysis, reduces cursed energy usage infinitesimally. Cursed techniques, lapse blue, hollow purple, reversal red, maximum and unlimited output. Barrier technique, curtain, new shadow style simple domain, falling blossom emotion. Whoa. Gojo was able to have all of these powers, and those are what made him to be the strongest and most well-known jujutsu sorcerer. Man, Itadori sure is lucky to be trained under a guy like him. It just makes me wonder how his opponent will compare to this. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
The power to manipulate space itself. Gojo's lapse blue technique attracts and condenses space into...
There's more. Reverse curse technique, black flash, binding vows, revealing one's hand, domain expansion, unlimited void, manifested innate domain, sure hit, stat buff, overloads victim with infinite info, 0.2 second variation. Man, Gojo's always got something up his sleeves, doesn't he?
The singularities. With reversal red, Gojo does the opposite, repelling space. Think push and pull. But you may be asking, how does one accomplish this with cursed energy? With math! Exactly!
Okay.
Cursed energy is typically negative, like with blue, but when multiplied by itself, negative cursed energy becomes positive, creating red.
Strawberry and blueberry.
So what happens when you combine a positive and a negative?
Grape?
0. And by combining reversal red and lapse blue, Gojo creates hollow purple, an enormous ball of curse energy that literally applies the concept of 0 to an opponent, crushing and repelling them into nothing.
Gojo's a walking cursed Swiss Army knife. Levitation, teleportation, even expanding Limitless to fry his enemies. Gojo can also use positive energy to heal humongous wounds, and he...
Sukuna states that Gojo's reverse curse technique restores his right prefrontal cortex. On top of restoring his mental prowess, reverse curse technique can heal damaged parts of the brain. But Kishimo does state that it cannot restore a fully destroyed brain. So even though Gojo can be able to use this technique to restore part of his brain, it's impossible for him to restore a fully destroyed brain. Well, I suppose that there's nothing left of the brain, there can't be anything that Gojo can do to repair it. I guess that's why he does his very best to make sure that no one gets hurt or even killed. So props to Gojo for making sure to keep everyone and himself safe.
He's constantly refreshing his brain with it 24/7 to keep up with all of this.
Still, there's one technique that costs more cursed energy than anything else in a sorcerer's repertoire.
Every sorcerer is born with an innate domain, a mental world shaped by their mind and heart.
Add cursed energy to it, these domains can be manifested physically. A technique called domain expansion.
Every sorcerer worth their salt needs one, and you know damn well Gojo has the scariest, unlimited void. You get caught in this, your ass is grass.
Exposure to unlimited void overloads your consciousness with a stream of infinite information. A mere fifth of a second of exposure can leave a normal person in a vegetated state for months.
Too bad it requires so much energy you can only do it like once a day. Oh wait, except for Gojo, who has done it most.
More recently, a weakened Sukuna dodged Kashimo's EM waves, chapter 237, suggesting an even greater ceiling for Jujutsu Kaisen's speed. Wow. So Sukuna was able to dodge these EM waves, which is suggested to be an even greater ceiling for the franchise's speed. Man, this truly is absurd even by their standards.
Multiple times in a row. Thanks again, Six Eyes.
Quite frankly, Gojo was getting so strong that the axis of the Jujutsu world began to turn on him. Like the meta of a fighting game defined by one broken character, he defined the hierarchy of power in the sorcerer world. He alone was the honored one.
His mere presence can
Alright, feats. His birth shifted the world's balance, tremored an 8,000 meter deep trench, obliterated buildings and forests, processed 3 years worth of information in 1 minute, healed from certain death impalement, fought against Sukuna, king of curses, defeated Jogo, Hanami, Megumi, Toji, Mahoraga. Man, is there anything that Gojo and his innate powers can't be able to handle? But then again, they might not be enough to take out his opponent. I suppose we'll just have to find out for ourselves later on.
Earthquakes. He outran sonic explosions and applied cursed energy within a microsecond.
Gojo has been repeatedly stated by many to be the strongest sorcerer there is.
That includes his ex-student Hikari, who can dodge lightning, or this little volcano-headed cursed Jogo, the embodiment of humanity's fear of fire, who can bring down city-shattering meteors.
Jogo's maximum meteor is a construct generated by cursed technique rather than a meteor pulled from outer space. Its destructive yield is based on its ability to render Shibuya to dust and ash. Jujutsu Kaisen official fanbook. Wow. So Jogo was able to create a maximum meteor just from his cursed technique. And it had enough power to wipe out all of Shibuya. And Gojo was able to defeat him with such ease. Man, this sorcerer surely doesn't show any mercy.
And Gojo kicked his ass with 0 effort.
But strength alone was not enough to fix his cursed world. When Geto rejected Jujutsu Society to forge his own justice, Gojo's philosophy changed. Instead of doing everything himself, he would teach a new generation of sorcerers to carry the torch when he could not.
It's all about setting an example. If it means a world where his companions can stand shoulder to shoulder as equals, who cares if he's got to show off a bit?
Okay. Alright, next up, Makima.
What a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are singing,
and a giant AK-47 carpet bombed the neighborhood.
What?
Millions are dead. Dear God, Wiz, it's the end times. Run away.
Calm down, there's no reason to panic. It's just that in the world of Chainsaw Man, devils exist, and your fear makes them stronger. Never
Whoa.
mind, panic.
Remember that spider you shrieked at, or the last time you cut yourself dicing onions? Now the spider and knife devils are the monstrous products of your nightmares, and they hate you specifically.
The fearsome gun
man.
stood as the epitome of terror and destruction, and was responsible for a countless loss of lives.
My
The group was
word.
formed to combat it and the other devils that plagued humanity, the Devil Hunters.
Live in Japan and got yourself a pesky zombie problem? It's time to call the 4th Division of the Public Safety Devil Extermination.
A government-funded devil hunter unit led by a stone-cold vixen, Makima.
She's dressed like Columbo with a blank stare and a sadistic streak. She's been in the game for a while and just found herself a new prize.
The union of man and pet devil dog, Denji, the Chainsaw Man. On meeting him, she gave him a choice. Live under her as a human dog, or die by her hand as a devil.
Sounds sketch, but Denji's brain was set to teenage boy and Makima's hot. So in short order, Makima got a new pet.
Makima may seem terrifying at
okay
first,
then.
but she is a dog lover and a cinephile. Though you'd be ill-advised to mess with her.
Sure, for her position, you'd expect her to know how to defend herself. Martial arts here, swordplay there, but devil hunters like Makima become real threats when they make contracts with devils. A classic Faustian bargain. Give something of yourself. The devil gives you power.
She can call death upon
figures.
anyone she chooses through a complicated ritual, and even survive being shot through the head.
Because, as they say in the devil hunter world, you need your screws loose to live.
But she might have more than a few screws loose, because, in actuality, Makima is a devil herself.
Say what?
Clearly, evil character could be a villain in disguise.
The Japanese government has been keeping a close eye.
Alright. Background. Age unknown. Height 173 centimeters, 5'8". The Control Devil, leader of the Public Safety Extermination Special Division 4, likes Chainsaw Man, dogs, cinema. Dislikes disobedience, bad movies, buffets. Really? This again? So, Makima's age is unknown. So, for all we know, she could be older than her opponent, or younger, or about the same age. Although she could be young enough to be an infant, or old enough to be an actual goddess. I mean, considering that she's actually a devil herself, it doesn't seem that improbable. And she's the leader of a Public Safety Extermination Special Division whose job is to wipe out devils. Huh. Such cruel irony for this one.
On Makima ever since she was born. Rightfully so. She isn't some F-tier scrub like the bad Leech Devils. She's the Control Devil, embodying humanity's collective fear of the oppressor. In a way, she's even more terrifying than the Gun Devil.
Makima can exert absolute mental control over any creature she views as inferior to her, which is basically everyone. People, animals, even other devils become puppets under her command. She can even hijack their senses to listen and see whatever she wants.
As a devil, Makima's far stronger, faster, and more durable than the average person.
Plus, her metabolism lets her slam down.
Abilities. Control works on any being she perceives as inferior, can manifest its power in the form of chains. Devil physiology. Telekinesis, usually used as bang. Damage transference. Damage is transferred among Japan's populace. Death ritual. Superhuman senses. Halo portal creation. Wow. So she's able to use all of these abilities. And she uses them at her disposal since she's able to control devils. Man, This devil leader certainly does mean business. It makes me wonder if her opponent will be able to overpower these, or she'll be able to use these to her advantage. I guess we'll just have to wait and see for ourselves.
Down as many beers as she wants to. So, Makima, if you're into countlessly divorced alcoholic rednecks, you know who to call.
By drinking blood, she can heal her
alright.
injuries, and her sense of smell is so potent that it can spot targets from over 300 miles away.
Not only can she control your mind, but your body too with telekinesis. She can mess up your internal organs or blow you away with finger guns. She doesn't shoot you with invisible bullets. She points at you and then a wound just happens out of nowhere. She controls all sorts of things with these ghostly chains that...
While it's not explicitly stated, these chains appear to be intangible. They phase through targets they control, leaving no blood or sign of injury. Wow. So chains are able to go through whatever and whoever they hit with no injury or signs of blood. And they appear to be intangible despite them not being explicitly stated. Man, this is some crazy world that they live in.
Stab her victims. Once they're hooked, they're easier to control.
Makima has plenty of devils in her collection. There's the massive Fox Devil, the Future Devil for precognition, and a ton of devils that exist just to stab you.
But I'm definitely all about the blow shit up devil, the undead party devil, the flamethrower devil, and the unholy matrimony that's the angel devil, which will make you see God before you die.
After about the 20th time, seeing God gets kind of old. Anyway,
Okay then. Devils. Fox Devil, Angel Devil, Curse Devil, Mantis Devil, Punishment Devil, Snake Devil, Mold Devil, Zombie Devil, Stone Devil, Future Devil, sees the future based on the contract, Spider Devil, portals to other dimensions. Wow. Makima certainly does have complete control over anything that is a devil. Well, it makes sense since she's a devil herself. But man, she's able to use all of these as weapons. It just makes me wonder if her opponent will be able to fend off against these devils before facing her. That certainly is something to keep in mind.
Other devils, Makima can form contracts with people to give them power.
But unlike other devils, her control powers allow her to force people into contracts that exclusively benefit her.
Like when she forced Japan's prime minister into a contract that states, and I quote, any attack made on her will be changed into appropriate illnesses or accidents among Japanese citizens.
Oh my.
The verbiage of Makima's contract is worded specifically so that she quickly heals from any damage that is perceived to...
The damage transferred appears nearly identical to Makima's own injuries. Oh yeah, she's able to transfer whatever damage is inflicted on her to anyone she pleases. Well, that might give her the upper hand here.
...be an attack, transferring said damage to some poor random citizen of Japan.
Oh man, imagine like taking a shit and Makima gets hit and whoops, guess you're wiping at the pearly gates.
With these abilities and contracts, Makima set out to create the world that she wanted. No more pain, no more war, no more bad movies. The world would be perfect, but she needed the Chainsaw Devil to do so. Just so happened to be living as Denji's heart.
Yep, that cute doggo is actually the Chainsaw Devil. Oh, talk about shitty luck, kid.
In the depths of hell, Makima watched in awe as the Chainsaw Devil literally ate devils and eradicated plagues from existence. Because of the Chainsaw Devil.
Fiends and hybrids, Shark Fiend, Violence Fiend, Raise the Bomb Hybrid, Katana Man, Flamethrower Hybrid, Crossbow Hybrid, Whip Hybrid, Spear Hybrid, Longsword Hybrid. So now there are creatures that can become literal weapons? Man, I really gotta watch this anime. This might give me a chance to learn more about whatever world this is.
In this world, concepts like nuclear bombs, HIV, and even Nazis do not exist.
He literally
Seriously?
ate the concept of Nazis out of existence.
However, as Makima didn't see Denji or the Chainsaw Devil as beneath her, she could not directly control him. She needed to manipulate him. So she decided to build Denji up and then tear him down as cruelly as possible.
First, she murdered Denji's found family one by one.
Then she made Chainsaw Man into a public hero, stripping him of the power devils receive by being feared.
Oh, so she could control her precious Chainsaw Devil and make him press backspace on anything she didn't like.
Her telekinetic bang shot the Chainsaw Devil out of orbit. And they stalemated the Darkness Devil, which embodies humanity's greatest fears.
Makima's stronger than devils like the...
Feats. Manipulated most of the world nations into submission, banged Pochita out of orbit, took control of most of Japan's devils, fiends, and hybrids, regenerated from bisection and multiple severed limbs, stalemated the Darkness Devil, defeated Riz, Quan Chi, Gun Devil Fragment, Pochita's Chainsaw Devil form. Oh man. Those are some very absurd feats that she has achieved. Whatever this devil girl is doing to this world that she is against, it certainly seems like she's fallen into the gray area. Maybe she just needs time to realize that everything she's done isn't going as she planned. Well, I guess that's something to be aware of.
Bomb Devil, who could easily blow up buildings, or the Typhoon Devil, which made city-spanning storms.
And while fighting the Gun Devil Fragment, this large behemoth moved over 300 miles in a few seconds.
She was pretty much unbeatable, though ultimate power can make it pretty lonely at the top.
Makima's quest may have been to make the world a better place through domination, but the truth she was never willing to admit to herself was that she really wanted to understand human emotion. After all,
really?
You can't control someone and love them at the same time.
Too bad she never quite found the answer she was looking for when the Chainsaw Man defeated her once and for all by cutting her to pieces, cooking her into a 7-course meal, and fucking ate her.
Believe it or not, the love Makima tried to understand was her undoing. Despite the hell she put him through, Denji still loved Makima in his own way. So the act of devouring her was its own act of love and did not count as an attack, bypassing her immortality.
Completely batshit insane. That's Chainsaw Man for you. Who knows?
Wow.
Eventually, the Control Devil will come back, though it won't be Makima.
While her path back to hell was paved with good intentions, in the world of devils, it's no surprise that Makima came so close to her ideal future.
Good lord.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, a couple of rules for a unique fight like this one.
We'll be considering curses and devils to be comparable beings to avoid arbitrary terminology in their power systems that might make this fight incompatible. We will also consider Gojo and Makima citizens of the same Japan to balance it out.
It's time for
then.
Death battle!
Let's get started. Okay. Huh, there's Makima just watching a movie. Huh? Aw.
Love this part.
Gojo?
Right about now. But gotta kill you instead. Can't just let a curse do as they please.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that. And there they go.
No talking during the movie.
Ooh.
First technique last.
Oh. Whoa. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Man, that can't be good.
Careful. I could have died, but that much won't matter to you soon.
Don't worry. I'm Satoru Gojo, the strongest.
Confident, strong, and idiotic.
Oh boy.
Be sure to write it on your tombstone.
Oh?
Calm.
Oh. Oh man.
I hope we don't kill you too quickly.
That should be good.
Ooh.
So weak.
Bang.
Oh.
Bang.
Oh.
Bang.
Oh man.
Now, be a good boy and play dead.
Ooh.
Should I bark too? I'm getting really tired of your pets.
Huh?
Domain expansion. Unlimited Floyd.
Oh.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Whoa. Damn.
So do you think that place is offering discounted tickets or too soon? I'll order online.
Gojo and Makima were complicated to compare. On the surface level, Gojo had a lot going for him.
It's no surprise, given that his reputation in Jujutsu Kaisen is that of its pinnacle. At least it was.
First of all, it's unlikely Makima would see Gojo.
To use control, Makima has historically needed to prove herself superior to foes like the gun devil Quan Zi and technically Riz. She would likely need to do the same against Gojo. So, Makima was able to control all of these foes because she needed to prove herself superior, and she wasn't able to do the same for Gojo since he was a superior one. Well, guess that gives 1 point for Gojo here.
Gojo as inferior to her, in a similar way to how she saw Denji. So she wouldn't be able to immediately control Gojo.
Gojo's birth caused a giant shift in the world of curses. Plenty of people have recognized that after only seeing him once. Being better than everyone is literally...
Gojo broke out of Hanami's flower field, a mind control technique that drains foes' will to fight. He could do the same against control, as Power and the Angel Devil have done before. Wow. So, Makima's control was overpowered by Power and the Devil Angel, and Gojo was able to break out of this since it was the same as Hanami's flower field that has a mind control technique that disables their foe's will to fight. Well, guess that's another point for Gojo.
Gojo's thing.
Plus, Gojo automatically refreshes his brain with positive cursed energy 24/7. Even if Makima could control him, it wouldn't last very long.
Gojo was obviously stronger too. The best feat we can compare Makima to is...
Given leeway, Makima and Gojo could scale to the Falling Devil's gravity manipulation and Yugi's black hole respectively. Regardless, raw power would still favor Gojo. So even though both of them were able to scale against gravity manipulation and a black hole, raw power was all Gojo needed to win this fight. Wow. Gojo certainly has some incredible willpower.
Is the Typhoon Devil Storms, but that's nothing compared to the meteor created by Jogo, who is leagues below Gojo in strength.
However, considering she reacted to the Gun Devil fragment, Makima would actually be a bit faster, though she would need to be able to get past Limitless for her speed to matter.
Makima had more devils than you can shake
A sorcerer's body acts as a domain, preventing foreign objects from being created inside of them. This counters the mold devil's ability to form mold within others' body. So even though Makima has an ability to form mold in others' body, Gojo was able to prevent that since a sorcerer's body acts as a domain which prevents foreign objects from being created inside them. Yet another point for Gojo here.
Finette, but most were rendered moot against Limitless. Knives, fire, bombs, zombies, it's all stuff Gojo's dealt with before, and with zero issues.
And Gojo can easily wipe out her demonic crowd with red and blue whenever he wanted to.
The Future Devil could clue her in on anything nasty coming her way, but that wouldn't last forever. Plus, with Gojo's 6 eyes and teleportation, she had zero opportunities to break away and set up her instant kill moves.
But Gojo would obviously lose if he couldn't permanently kill Makima. 6 Eyes couldn't inform him of Makima's contract with the Prime Minister, and eventually one of Gojo's attacks could cause his death instead, even if it took a while.
And Makima did have a way past Limitless with her finger guns. Makima could land attacks directly on Gojo's body, meaning there's no projectile for Limitless to detect and infinitely slow down.
Though when they did land, Gojo's healing ensured that he repaired his body quickly.
On the flip side, Makima didn't have a counter to Gojo's domain expansion. Unlimited Void overloads its target with unlimited information. It's not really an attack.
You could call it an attack on the senses, but even if she could transfer it to other Japanese citizens, she still could not escape an infinite amount of information.
Wow.
We can compare this to the Doll Devil, who was defeated by a technique similar to Unlimited Void.
Despite being able to transfer her mind across a large number of hosts, the Doll Devil was still trying to transfer infinite information across finite people. Even with all of Japan as mental meat shields, Makima would still be overwhelmed.
Wait, doesn't that mean Gojo just unintentionally killed basically everyone in Japan?
Don't think about it. Regardless,
okay,
Gojo
then.
was immune to his own unlimited void, so he was still unaffected.
Good for him. The moment Unlimited Void landed, Makima would be stuck, opening her up.
Hollow Purple's convergence and divergence crushes and atomizes matter. It does not remove them from existence, evident by Toji's revival in Shibuya where he still existed. I see. So, Toji's revival was evident since for Hollow Purple's convergence and divergence, and even though it crushes and atomizes matter, it doesn't remove them from existence. Huh. Well, Gojo certainly does know what to do whenever he enters in his domain and brings an unsuspecting target with him.
For a good old Hollow Purple.
Her contract isn't perfect. Makima only ever regenerated as long as there was some mass to come back from.
But Hollow Purple disintegrates.
Results. Gojo, Positives: stronger, better area control with red and blue. Hollow purple exceeds Makima's regeneration. Infinity and RCT countered most of Makima's offense. Negatives: slower. Makima. Positives: faster. Contract countered some of Gojo's offense. Bang and control chains bypassed Limitless. Negatives: weaker, would not and cannot control Gojo. So Gojo's domain had the bigger advantage over Makima's contracts. Just goes to show you can't mess with the most well-known and strongest Jujutsu sorcerer.
Anything it touches to zero. Literally, there's no way she was regenerating from that.
Sure, control as a concept will always exist, but a reincarnation of the control devil isn't Makima. This was one of the craziest fights we've ever had. However, with Gojo's raw power, broken counters, and unbelievably busted Limitless, Makima lost control over this fight.
Makima thought she had Gojo by the ball and chain, but in the end, she was left hollow.
The winner is Satoru Gojo.
Congratulations, Gojo.
Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member? We've got a ballot going on right now where members get to choose a matchup for the next season. So click that join button and jump into our Champions Discord.
Next time. Oh. So that was Gojo versus Makima, and Gojo came out victorious. Man, I've really got to start catching up with Jujutsu Kaisen to know more about him and the other characters. And considering that the second season is airing as of this day, I still have time to do some catching up. Alright everyone, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you all next time.